Rolling Stone, the news, People magazine. I have a question for you all. Why do you guys keep letting Gypsy Rose perpetuate a lie? She used a man with disability. Yes, she used a man with a disability. A low IQ, and he was collecting a permanent disability check to unalive her mom because she decided she wanted sausage, not because her mom was abusing her. Even if you listen to her interview yesterday, she said it wasn't until her teen years. And her mom put a lock on the medicine cabinet because she was scared of Gypsy and Gypsy was stealing her medication. So why do you guys continue to perpetuate this story? Anyway, she was on the news today. Let's watch this BS.
7:40 is the time now. Welcome back. You've undoubtedly heard her name and know a little bit about her story. A victim of child abuse at the hands of her mother and later convicted of killing her.
Lies,
today, Gypsy Rose Blanchard's memoir is hitting store shelves. So for you to get your hands on that, you can do that today. And this morning, she's joining us right here in our studio to tell us a little bit about it. First off, thanks for joining us this morning. We're happy to have you.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you in. You know, your story is a controversial one that a lot of people think, at least, that they know
lies.
the story.
It's not controversial.
And your life story.
It's a lie.
A lot of people could have got out of prison and just stayed in the shadows. You chose to be very vocal on social media.
On lies.
With
That's
this
it.
book. Why a book? Why share your story?
Well, the book was something that I always wanted to happen, and it was something that even my mother's side of the family
That's a lie. They
definitely
do not
encouraged
support this.
and approved of. I know they weren't very supportive of
This
a
is a
lot
lie.
of the
All
documentaries
lies.
and everything, but they always felt support for me and support for me sharing my story in a book. So I think that that was important to honor their wishes, my wishes, share my voice in a proper way.
That's pretty
So she
empowering
just
to
gonna
have,
be on
you
the
know,
news just lying.
her side of the family then encourage you to have your voice in
Right.
the book. I guess because you could make
This
sure the
lady's
words
just
are
as
that of your
silly as
own.
she is.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I know the title is one that has, you know, some meaning for you as well. And, you know, let's talk a little bit about that. My Time to Stand. What does that mean for you?
Her
I
time
really
to lie.
wanted
That's what it
the
means.
word stand in the title. I was very strong on that because
Right, because it was a lie.
standing up for yourself, standing on your own 2 feet, all of that
just
has
lying?
multiple
Yeah.
meanings. So like independence, freedom,
Lies,
physically
yeah.
standing. So it's more
lies.
than just physically standing. It's emotional and it's empowering. So I really wanted the word stand to be in the title.
Yeah. And with that, you know, obviously people have the opportunity to get the book today. It hits their
Yes.
shelves. It's
Nobody
very
wants
exciting.
it. Nobody
and,
wants
you know,
it.
getting into that, I know you talked a little bit about in learning to stand for yourself, you made some mistakes.
Yes.
One of those that you severely regret. Do you go into that in the book when that decision was made when you were trying to stand for yourself?
I do. It's not a big portion in the book because I really just didn't want to focus or over-dramatize that. So I just kind of wanted to
You
tell
had it right
the
the first
story, the events that unfolded, and kind of get into my mindset so readers can understand where I was at mentally and emotionally at that point to come to that decision.
Do you think the book gave you a chance to give a side of your story that maybe people don't know?
Absolutely. The thing
No,
I
it's
love
lies.
about the book is it doesn't tell just my story. It also goes into a little bit more of my mom's story
Which
and
is
how
your
she got
lies.
to be how she was.
In the book, do you share at all your feelings now when you are able to look back at this point in your life about how you feel maybe about her decision making? You know, what sort of thoughts do you put in the book that people might be
Look at
interested
the
to
prosthetic
learn?
stomach.
I absolutely do. I dive deep and get very vulnerable to the point that you get to see on page my emotions ranging from rage to acceptance to vulnerability. Like you get a range of my emotions when it comes to my mother and my past.
And then, when we're talking about this too, obviously the book, that is a big deal, but then you have some other big news in your life. Just want to say congratulations on your pregnancy.
Thank
Due in
you.
January.
Due in January,
So you're right around the corner.
I know, I'm getting there.
How are you feeling about that?
I'm excited. I'm really happy. This is a really special time for us, and so we're enjoying nesting and we're getting ready. So
You don't have a boo, girl.
And
Stop
so,
lying.
you did
ain't
share.
got no man.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
And you
Liar,
shared her name.
Yes, it's going to be Aurora Raina Euchre.
Beautiful. You're talking about this book and how vulnerable you get and stepping into this, well, very punny, but new chapter of your life.
Right.
When you're looking back now, being a mother, and that can change us in so many ways. How does it feel that you don't have your own mother, and then just the life that you've led? How do you feel about becoming a new mom at this stage?
I'm excited about becoming a new mother. I know that there is a lot of eyes on me that are kind of like, how are you going to be different than your mom?
Right.
And I'm already making
worse,
vastly
maybe.
different choices than
Not
my
even
mother
maybe.
made, even in my pregnancy. So I'm going into it confident. I have a great support system with me. So it's not like I'm alone. I have a wonderful stepmom.
She has
Her name is
Bree in her
Christy.
trolls.
And she is definitely my guiding light to motherhood.
Wow, that's beautiful. I'm glad. You should be confident. I think every mom stepping into that stage, I was really nervous to myself, but all you
But
can
your mom's
try
alive,
to
I
do is be
bet.
the best version of yourself
Exactly.
for your little one. And it seems like
Exactly.
with this book and doing a lot of, deep diving
And a lot of
being
lies.
vulnerable, it's not easy, but I think it's
Right.
setting a great example.
Thank you.
And, just
Thank
moving
you.
forward, there is an opportunity with this book signing today for people to get out and meet you. I know you wanted to talk a bit about that.
Nobody wants to meet you.
So I will be at a meet and greet, so people can come take selfies with me and get a copy of my book at the Garden District. Garden District bookstore, and so it's going to be good. It's going to be great. I look forward to
She's
it.
convincing herself.
So I
It's gonna be
get
good.
to meet
It's gonna be
everybody.
great.
Yeah, they
She's
can get
trying
the
to tell
book, they get
herself.
it
Book
signed by you.
signed, everything. So it's going to be amazing.
Awesome. We love that. Well, thank you for taking the time to come in and be with us and just share more of your story. I know this
you.
isn't easy to do, but we appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And congratulations again
you.
on your pregnancy. And she, as she mentioned, will be at the Garden District Book today for a meet and greet. So if you'd like to get out there, grab the book and also meet her. It begins at 5 o'clock, and early bird tickets are on sale right now for you to grab. We have a link to where you can purchase them on WLTV.com, just under the links tab. And that's also where this story will live if you'd like to go back and watch it as well.
So y'all are just going to let her stay on the internet and stay on the news and just sit here and lie and villainize her mom and say that her family supports her. You haven't seen a single soul from her mom's side of the family speak out. So you believe that they support her? Are y'all really going to keep the story up and these lies? Is that what we're doing? So the news is just full of propaganda and lies, because this is what it's showing me. The fact that she is allowed to get on this here internet and sit up here and lie like the way she's lied, I'm not really understanding. There is proof to show that this is not the truth. And y'all are just letting her get on the internet? Rolling Stone just don't give a damn at all. You're like, yeah, we're going to just let her tell stories. We don't care. It's okay. We're selling fictional books that we're telling you is real, because this show is a fictional book. Like, everything's fabricated. And did y'all see Perez Hilton just said that in the book, she says that her mom tried to her throat? So now that's a new story. She said a month before she had her mom unalived. So now you throwing in extras that nobody asked you for. You just making up more stories. And the media is just letting you perpetuate this. This is absolutely wild. I don't understand why nobody sees this as a problem. What is really happening? Seriously, what is really happening? Make this make sense.